What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? We're actually a couple minutes early, so I'm going to let a couple more people get in before we start going, but you can obviously start talking. Matt, what's going on? Look who showed up. What's going on, Thomas? Good to see you tonight. Let's see, I'm just trying to finish up a couple things here. I actually like 3 minutes early. So, try. So, how's everybody doing? Boy, is it crazy outside right now. I do not want to make tonight's video all about the crazies and the craziness. Actually, I don't think that light looks good like that. Not at all. We'll go back to the way it was. All right, this is better. Man, actually, the video quality is better this week than usually. All right. What's up, CD? Just off work, about to use the McDonald's bag to pump gas. Oh, man, it is something else out there. Oh, boy. Yep. So, around here, we could talk about it briefly, but I think there's a case or two in this area. Eastside Estates got a few cases. Jamie's still working. The majority of her stuff she's doing from home. However, she does go into the office to take care of some things. In my line of work, in the automotive industry, we don't get time off. So our time will be either they're going to have to shut down the state, which is a possibility, or they're going to have one of us going to get sick. I mean, that's the only way I'm going to get to go home. So I'll be working Monday through Friday, 8 to 6 every day through this whole mess. Over 100. How do I do it every day? I separate out my work. So one, I enjoy it, and it's mine to enjoy. You know, mine is in JDH Reptiles, Jamie and I. But I mean, having to do someone else's work would be a job. Having to do this because I want to makes it a lot more enjoyable. But I separate it. I come down every morning. My 55s have all females. So I've got, let's see, 4, 2, 3, 16, 17, 18, 20, 24. So I've got 39 tubs that I check every morning. Plain and simple. Every morning they get checked. Then the other 40 over here, which is a mix of males and females. Actually, it's like 20 or 19 females and 21 males. Those get checked every evening. And then, of course, the other females get checked every evening. The sand boas get checked every 2 days. And then everybody in the FB10s and the one in the sea serpent rack, that gets checked every evening. So really, I gotta say, because I use liners, it's simple. Open up the tub. If they urinate or they defecate, it's as easy as to grab the snake, plop it on my cart, grab out the liner, spray it out, wipe it out, throw a new liner in, move on to the next tub. And a lot of these bigger females, they don't make a mess daily. Sometimes once a week. Granted, when they do, they usually tear the tub up. But, I have a lot of animals that don't go to the bathroom even every couple of days. So really, some days I get away with 10 tubs to clean, and some days I've got 30 to clean. So it helps to balance that out. If I had to come in here every day and clean 100 tubs every day, that would be a lot. Now, say I couldn't do it because I enjoy it, but at this point in time, I'm not there, not to that point, and I don't have to, thankfully. Um, but the big thing is checking for ovulations and eggs. So no eggs yet, still. Kind of disappointed there, but it is what it is. As far as ovulations, still got the same four who have ovulated, and I got one more who I believe is currently ovulating. She doesn't have that distension. Um, it's very slight, I should say, from yesterday to today. It hasn't really changed. So I think she's in that pre-ovulation where, 5 to 10 days is when she'll actually go in ovulation, and you'll get that where the front half is real narrow and that swells into that football shape. That's what I'm waiting for to see right now. The 100 snakes, each other, uh, 5 cars, and a partridge in a pear tree. Busy life. But we enjoy it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm thankful for my health, and I'm thankful for life. Look who it is, Mr. Bart Bartoli. Dutch, I'm assuming, right? Good to see you here, Slickaroony. So, what is on everybody's mind tonight? Yeah, I know it's Italian. I was joking. I hope you know I was joking. I'm not that dunce. Mark, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Besides the coronavirus, because hear enough about that crap, we can take an hour of our evening and kind of distance ourselves from the craziness of this world. Um, we should talk about this year, this season, this breeding season, or plans for this season. What what is something you guys are looking forward to this year? I've got one clutch that I'm really interested in. Is 2 years ago we bought a pair of double hets. The female is a pastel double het albino clown, and the male is a normal double het albino clown. They're supposed to be 100% double hets. They're siblings. We've grown them up, and they are now breeding this year. The female's growing pretty nice. No ovulation yet. I don't know where that's going to go, but I hope they prove out, and I hope we get some double visuals out of it. It would be awesome to get some albino clowns. I love the albino gene. I know a lot of people work lavender or caramel albino or Candino, the candy or toffee gene, which I work Candino as well. However, I think I'm going to try and phase a lot of that Candino stuff out, to be quite honest. And the reason why is because a lot of people, I mean, we have hatchlings. It's nice to sell them when they're, feeding and doing well and growing. And, if we can get them sold in the first few months, that's great. People love buying hatchlings. But I can't sell them as a guaranteed Candino until they're like 300 grams. So, well, I got lucky. There's a couple that were about 2.25 this last season, and they started getting that purple in them. But the problem is depending on the animal, you could sit on them for 4 months before they're a big enough size, and it's just I get people who want albinos, And they want Candinos, but I'm either underselling or overselling, and I'll never oversell an animal. So I always undersell, which in the long run does cut out on, what we could be bringing back into the business and bringing back into the snake room. So they are beautiful. I'll probably always keep a pair, but I don't know if I'm going to push the candy gene or the Candino gene into a lot of my albino projects. I think I'm going to try and shoot for a lot of just high white albinos, like bright albinos. So trying to get like the black pewter, the pastel, black pastel. Cinnamon does very well. Get that real bright white that contrasts with the yellow. I'd love to see what an albino clown looks like, and then maybe try and find a way to get black pastel in that. Lots of cool stuff we could do. So that's kind of a look at what the future holds here for albinos for us. Is probably going to do a lot less candy stuff and a lot more trying to work hard on the contrast between the white and the yellow and the pattern, high pattern. I want to push a lot of pattern into my albino stuff. So we're going to work with a lot of high pattern genes. And GHI might be one of them. But that's huge for us this year. There's a Laurie project. So we've got the cinnamon Laurie female who was paired to the edgy Laurie male. So trying to produce super Lauries. So that'll be nice. That's a project I'm excited about. Same with the that same edgy Laurie has gone to this albino black pewter. So obviously they'll all be 100% het for albino, but we're talking pastel, black pastel, Laurie, and Enchi. That would be really cool. You have a het Candino. So is it a candy het albino, or is it a double het candy albino? And what are you breeding it to try and get Candinos? That was for you, CD. Because the Candino, okay, so the candy gene in itself does not make Candinos. It's allelic with albino, so you have to breed the candy gene to an albino, and basically what you get is a Candino because you get the candy gene and the albino gene together. So if you're breeding to your albino, okay, so good. Now when you pair those, you'll get pets and you'll get visuals. And off the bat, they're all going to look like albinos. You're going to have to hold them all back. And then when you get to roughly about, like I said, I was getting them at about 200 grams. That purple will start coming in through the white. That's what is a Candino. So you're going to have to hold on to them for quite a while to get that purple to come through before you know. But by 300 grams, if they're still real white, they're just albinos. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. We're working a new project that's under wraps right now. Hopefully this fall we'll be breeding that project. Lots of beautiful stuff to come there. She's right here. And there's the other she. In time, we'll show that. Yes, if she's het for either candy or albino, and he may just not toss the gene. But usually they say, I don't know. I say after 2 seasons, if she doesn't give you any albinos, she's not an albino or Candino, or het, I should say, for those. But you should get at least one visual out of the deal, I would hope. And then you'll be able to hold it back and tell whether she's het for candy or just het for albino. Our first clutch to be laid here in about 2.5 weeks is a het albino girl who is paired to our Candino. So that'll be nice. Get to prove her out. Hopefully make some Candinos. Well, actually, I hope I'll make any Candinos. I hope they're all albinos. And actually, I don't have any plans, I don't think, to keep any of them. With that being said, so we'll probably just undersell them all as albinos. And they'll be ready to go once they start eating. So I'll look for those in like mid-July or so, somewhere around there. I think mid-July, yeah, probably early to mid-July is when we will have our first animals available. It's going to be a late season. I already had eggs in the incubator by now last year. So we're a whole month behind. Yeah, I think I was selling animals still already like in the end of June. What's going on, 710? How's that girl doing? How is she doing? Is it known? I think it's known, right? That what you purchased from us. Just want to tell everybody in the group what you picked up for a new project. Oh, let's see here. I'm gonna grab an animal out. Let's see, who do I want to grab out? Here we go. I'll grab this girl out. This is, of course, our high white Calico. She's doing a lot of bull wrapping, even though she's not breeding. And I don't think she's going to produce anything this year, which is a shame because I was hoping she was going to produce with our Powerball. Really wanted to make some spot nose calicos with this high white, but I don't think it's in the cards. So unfortunately, she's not going to go this year, I don't think. I'm not going to pay her anymore. We're going to wait till the fall. Give her the year off if she doesn't go on her own. So we'll see. No big deal. I did try and pair her a little later this year with, Lemon Blast Desert Ghost. I paired them together, I think, twice. I didn't see any locks, so I just assumed that she was done and no longer interested in breeding. So that's why she's getting the rest of the year off. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Mark. She is a beautiful, beautiful calico. We did not produce her. I can't take credit for that. But we did produce a couple really high white calico combos with her last year, which we did hold back. And those two should, the male will be breeding here this fall. The female obviously has got 2 years to go, but she's beautiful. She's nice. But right now she's not eating. She's not breeding. She's just bowl wrapping and staying cool. I still offer every week, though, make sure she's not going to try and eat, but she doesn't. So, so what's the word? What do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to see? Anybody got any questions? Whether it's for me, about JDH reptiles, if you need answers for something of your own. So we've got, like I said, I believe our 5th animal is about to ovulate right now. And I've got 3 more who I think could potentially ovulate still here in March. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure, but it's possible. They're looking pretty swollen. Obviously not ovulation swollen. Getting young males to breed. So I don't have any tricks per se. All my males tend to want to breed, no problem. I've only had one not want to breed, and putting him with a different female cured that. But what I do when I pair animals, okay, my trick is obviously I make sure the female's tub is clean. I will spray the enclosure with water, try and bump the humidity up. And then right before I pair them, I've now started to pop the male, try and get some of that old the sperm plugs or the hemipenal casings out and have fresh sperm available. So that's what I do before I drop them in. And then I usually let them go. I put them in the morning and I let them go and usually don't check them again until the first night. And then I check every morning and every evening after that. How big are they? What's their weight and how old are they? That's the question. I mean, because are we talking like a 300-gram male? It's like 6 months old, or are we talking, a 500-gram male or a 1,000-gram virgin male, or what are we talking here? The one is a late 18 and 850 grams. Okay, so is this his only time he's ever paired with a girl? And is he only pairing with one? Or have you tried multiple females? Because maybe it's possible that she's just not accepting too. So if you're only trying with one female, I would try with another one and see. Same thing with the 500-grammer. If he's not pairing with a female, I'd try a different female and see if it's her or if it really is him. What are you doing? I put them with 2 different ones. And we're sure it's a male. That's the next big thing. It happens all the time. Are we sure it's a male? Have you actually popped it and seen the hemipenes? Because if you're trying to pair a female with a female, it don't work. Well, it's possible. I check flocks 3 times a day. I check in the morning when I wake up. I check when I come home from work, so typically around 6:30, 7 o'clock. And then usually I will check before I go to bed. So it could be anywhere between 9 and 11. I come back down, check one more time. So between 3 times a day, I would say I don't miss any locks. But there is that 11-hour lull or 12 hours between morning and after work where they could be locked up. But see, a lot of mine lock for hours or days. So I would say I don't miss many locks. What's going on, JC? What is going on? Check twice a day. If you're checking twice a day, you should be able to catch a lock if they're locking. So, yeah, I would say try popping them before you drop the male in. Put a little bit of water in the tub. And that's where I would start if it was me. Enjoying the live feed. You know what? I was thinking the same thing, but it is warm in here. It's always warm in a snake room. Blackhead pied pairing. Let's take a look at her, actually. I don't know. I wish I could answer that better. She's wrong one. She's right here. She's nice and chunky, but she has not ovulated. She's getting swollen around here for sure. This is where I wish I had an ultrasound. If I had an ultrasound, I would definitely ultrasound her, like now. Let's see. You know what I need to do? I need to take a 2-minute break here. Definitely cool seeking. She's actually pretty cool right now. I'm actually going to go back behind the rack here real quick and check my temps. Give me just a second here. So I'm going to turn this around real quick. All right. Oh, let's see here. That's the accurate way, in my opinion, to check the temps. I just pull the rack forward and blaze this right on the panels themselves. All right, that's done. So my temps were a little bit low, too low. Ooh, turn this rack a bit. There we go. Cooler. Okay. Bring this back around, guys. So the bottom racks here, obviously, even in a heated room, the bottom rack is always the coolest. Actually contemplating taking those girls out of the bottom rack and moving them over to the 55s for the time being, because those tubs stay pretty cool. With that being said, it's obvious that you can delay or actually not get good follicle growth if the tubs are too cold. And those heat panels were they're like 85. And obviously it's way too cold for what we need. So the tubs are shooting, in certain spots, 88, 89. But you see where it's going now? Yeah, the temps are getting up there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. She didn't go for us last year. I'd really love for her to go this year. So hopefully everything will be fine. Yeah, definitely. See, with this one, I have the 70 series on the bottom. This is that split rack that has my females in it. So I have the 70s on the bottom and the 55s on top of it. So obviously I have three really big girls on the very bottom. Um, and during the year, when I'm not breeding, it'd be fine. Matter of fact, what I thought about doing was once the three of the four lay, I was going to transition them down to that level and bring the others up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do there. Where's she at now? Yeah, so she's back there. We're the hot spot now. Now, what I did is I moved the probe down. I had the probe on the second to bottom shelf, and I moved it down to the bottom shelf. So obviously, I got to watch the temps on the upper shelves because they could climb significantly. And I don't want that. I don't want it too hot. But I want to make sure the bottom shelves get warm enough. So that's why all these other racks, I've split them. And I have like the bottom three are regulated by that bottom shelf. And then the uppers are regulated usually by the middle shelf of the top three or four. Let's see here. Hoping this hypo girl goes this year too. She just a single gene hypo, but she was bred to that that blackhead Passat hypo. So it'll prove him out, one, and two, we can get some blackhead hypos, which would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. So hopefully she goes. I think she's right about 1,800 grams now. She breeds every time I put them together. They're back there. So hopefully she goes this season. That'd be amazing. And that same pastel blackhead pied or Passat pied was paired to this pastel pied also. So, and they have had 5 locks. Yeah, they've had 5 locks also. She's not showing any development as far as getting really swollen right now, but she's definitely growing. She's getting some size on her. She's looking good. Like I said, they've locked 5 times. So we'll see if that goes anywhere. If we get multiple blackhead hypos, there will be some for sale. Females, that is. We are definitely holding back females. But we'll keep only one, most likely. We won't keep more than that. I don't know about all of you, but I is a Mojave Blitz female. I believe she is 4 years old now. And last year, she got really swollen, ready to go, and reabsorbed. This year, she hasn't locked at all, and she hasn't eaten in probably a solid, God, I'd say 6 or 8 months. As you see, she's got great body size. She's not looking thin, not losing any weight, active. She just has no interest in eating. Going to give her another year and see what happens then. First things first, I got to get her back on food. So she hasn't been, I think she's been about 8 months without food. So no reason to breed her if she's not eating because she probably won't have any reserves to build the follicles. So she's done. So that takes, that's one girl taken right out of the equation. This albino here, I'm hoping she'll go this year. She was paired to a pastel mocha calico, I believe. Yeah. Here with our Candino. And you see she's got some nice size. Doesn't look like she's growing any follicles at the moment. Like she's, not really swollen much, but she has locked 6 times. So 6 different visual locks that I've seen, and I'm just waiting for food. Let's see. I think I've got. I think I've got 7, maybe 7, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like 5 or 7. So 5 to 7 females that are breeding right now that are eating. Other than that, the other like 22 have all stopped eating. Typically, I stop pairing once I see an ovulation. Now, with that being said, I think I mentioned in the Patreon group. Let me grab my board. Okay, so let's see if you guys can see this. Probably not, or maybe you can. So females are in red, males are in green. Their names doesn't matter. But then you get down to like this one here. What's that? 6? That's 7 pairings or 7 visual locks. This one's got what, 5? This one had 3 and 1 with another animal. Nothing. This one ovulated after, looks like 6 locks. The one below it ovulated after 6 locks. The one I believe is going to ovulate here any day. I've got dates all the way back to September, and some of these girls have have paired and locked 7 times. Like I've got a couple of that albino I just showed you. 7 times for the double het albino clowns. I mean, they're all pairing, and they're pairing a lot. My problem is, what do you do? You know, I don't want to overwork my males because I don't want to lose any. You've got to just say enough's enough. And for the health of your animals, you have got to pull them. So what yeah, I'm missing a marker. Anyways, so what I have decided this year that I'm going to do is once they hit 7 locks, that's it. If they haven't ovulated by 7 locks, I'm calling it quits. I'm also, what I'm doing, so I'm going to write down this one animal here. So what I'm also at all, I'm going to try that male with a different female if I've got another one available. Otherwise, I'm going to introduce again the following Saturday or Sunday. If they did lock, I wait 3 weeks and I pair the 3rd week out, and I take 2 weeks off. Just feed, just let them do their thing, give them some time apart, put them back together again after 2 weeks. I do the same thing. I put them in on Saturday or Sunday, pull them on Tuesday or Wednesday, and if I didn't get any locks that week that I saw, then that's it. I'm not going to put them together anymore. I'm not going to stress the 2 animals out by continuing to force them to pair together. So I'll try a different male. Or what I'll do is I'll put that, if I have another female that I like with that male, why is it? They're not compatible. They're not wanting to do it this year. If they don't, it might be a male problem. You got to kind of pick and choose the way you want to do it, what's more comfortable for you. And that's the way we do it here. We currently got, let's see. We have 26 females currently pairing. I have, all of them have locked except for 1. And that would be my female pastel GHI Yellowbelly. She is being bred to my pastel gravel or Yellowbelly. I have put them together 3 times. I gave them a week off. I put them again right this last week. They went together. Still didn't see no locks. So I think I'm going to give them another couple weeks. I think what I'm going to do, I have another female coming up, but I have 2 girls I have shelved. Well, technically 3 girls now that I've shelved. And I have 4 coming up on in the next couple months that'll be ready for breeding. And I've got males lined up for them too. So plenty of options. So we could have, 30 females potentially go this year. But we'll probably only have, I'll be happy with 20. Like I said, I did 9 last year. If I could double that and do actually 20 clutches this year, I'll be happy. So right now we're 4 in, waiting for eggs and answer to your question. Yeah, we'll say I'm kind of depressed this year about pairings. It's kind of hard to find any silver linings at the moment when a lot of my girls don't look like they're progressing. That's the catch right there, because we go back to the question of when do I stop? Let me show you one out. Let me grab one here okay, perfect one. Shown you guys this girl a couple times in the videos. This is a pastel, possible Yellowbelly. Oh, let's see here. Where's he at? They have paired 6 times from October 21st all the way up to March 2nd. 6 times. And she's nice. She's still eating. She's growing. But she's not getting really any thickness to her. I mean, I think she feels a little skinny. Well, there. I mean, this is her belly. Look at her back. So she's kind of bent. But you look at her back. I mean, she's... my understanding is she hasn't gone... I don't know if she's a virgin or if she just hasn't gone in a couple of years. So I was hoping I could get her to go this year. But, I don't know. I assume she'll go. I don't see any reason why she shouldn't. I'm not good at palpating is a problem. If I could palpate and feel follicles, I feel a lot better. Every 3 to 4 weeks is what you should be doing. 4 weeks is a good standard. 3 weeks is definitely doable. If they're not locking, you could pair them. You put them together weekly until they do. My problem is I've still got a handful of males that I should move out. Some of the projects that have not come to fruition. Let's see, I can name a couple here really quick. If the albino clowns actually pair out and I get some double visuals, most likely the male himself will go away. I'll keep the female, but the male will probably go away. Let's see, I've got that albino pied. Yeah, albino pied. I think he's going to go this year. If he proves out as albino, I'll sell him as 100% het albino, possible 100% het pied, because I've got the banana het clown. He's paired to a het clown. If she goes, and they've had Yeah, they've locked twice. Once in November and once in January. She's swelling up very nice. She just shed out. You know, I don't know. Maybe she's going to ovulate soon or not. But if she does, the blackhead het pied and the blackhead pastel blackhead het pied, red gene, and the blackhead possible het hypo. If they prove out, they'll most likely be sold. So we'll hold back some visuals there. Eventually, most likely not this year. No, probably not this year at all. But eventually, we will maybe sell our visual blade clown. I don't know. That's a tough one. I like to make sure I've got multi-gene males. He is a blade. He put out some very stunning offspring last year. This year he's being bred to that big pinstripe because we want to make pinstripe clowns. Now, obviously, they'll be het. So, you know, I most likely will have to wait on that. We'll hold back probably almost everything pinstripe will hold back, males or females. And we'll pair both the males to female clowns and vice versa. And when the females grow up, we'll pair those to males and try to get pinstripe clowns, maybe banana pinstripe clowns. So that'd be cool to do. But he'll eventually be moved out. I know there's a couple more. But that's like, what, 4 or 5 right there? Yeah, I don't know. I'd really like to get another rack of just girls. I'm looking at one currently, but I'm trying to think what I would put with her before I pull the trigger. Because you got to be smart here, guys. You can't just throw all your money in because something looks good or it's got genes you don't have. Just getting more genes you don't have doesn't make any sense if you don't have anywhere for it, you know, anybody to put it to make something nice. You know, it's one thing to say, you know, it's whatever, a lemon blast female. We'll just use for instance. If you don't plan to make any pinstripe combos, just because she's a big female or just because you need another female, doesn't do you any good. There's no reason to make animals that you're not happy with making. No reason to make animals that you don't potentially want to keep something back if you hit certain odds. That's the way I look at it. So I think, what can I produce with this? And we'll pick the best thing, you know. If it's the, you know, the pinstripe clown or pinstripe to the clown. I know that we have a plan for making pinstripe clowns. So we'll hold back anything. Like I have an albino spider female. There's a reason why I put the pastel mocha Calico. There's a couple combos there I think I would like. So they're good to have together. But if I just went out and bought, you know, another pinstripe, for what? I don't have anything else that I really want to put pinstripe to. I can't think of any other combos I can make where I need another pinstripe or another spider per se. You know, so that's one thing I will say is don't buy something you can't look at. Have a male ready for. Now, I'm talking large females. If you're buying a little female and you say down the road, I want to buy this male to go with her, that's fine. Do that. Or I potentially will make this male that I'll hold back to go with her next year or 2 years from now. Do that. All you're doing is making animals for the sake of turning a profit, and you're not going to enjoy that. That won't be an enjoyable pairing. The work you put into it, the money you invest into it, it won't be enjoyable because there's no gain there, in my opinion. There's more gain to this when you think outside of the money and you think more of what you can make, hold back, you know, bring to the table. That's why I said I think I'm going to get rid of the Candinos in my line because I can't think of anything I want to make candy with the genes I'm working with last year. But then I think, like, do I want a mocha Candino? No. Do I want a GHI candy or Candino? No. I'd like to have that real bright contrast. You know, the GHI, because it's so dark, will make the yellow really bright. And then the white should be really, really bright. But if you have this bright yellow and then like a purple next to it, I personally don't think it'll look good. So that's why I'm going to phase out when you go to purchase. Think about what you can do with them, and if there's something you want to hold back out of it. If you can't think of anything you would hold back out of that project, don't invest your money. Save it for something else. Because there's probably something else you want that maybe costs more, and you're saying, well, I can't afford that now. Well, if you spend the $200, $300, $400 on what you really don't want, you definitely are just putting yourself that much further away from a project you do want. So, a couple minutes to go. We're going to sign out of here. Anything anybody wants to talk about, ask real quick before we go. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up and call this a Wednesday night. I'm going to go get some snacks and watch some TV, I think, tonight. Another girl that has let me down this year is this girl here. This is all the jeans here. Pastel Yellowbelly Blackhead Pinstripe. We got her in Tinley October of 19, and she's yet to eat for us. Has not taken a meal. I tried pairing her. She wouldn't start eating with pairing. She still looks good. She still got some size to her. She's not skinny. She's not gaining weight, obviously, because she's not eating. But that's the way it goes. Win some, you lose some. All right, guys. I'm going to call it. You guys have a fantastic evening. Rest of your night, I should say, depending on what time zone you're in. Take care. Be safe. Stay healthy. Think about yourself and each other. Make wise decisions out there. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. I'll have another video out on Friday. So we do videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. And then obviously the live here on Wednesdays. That's going to be it for tonight. So thanks, JC. I'll talk to you later. Everybody else, have a fantastic night. I'll see you guys later. Hit me up anytime. Email, Facebook, looking to buy something. TGR racks. Got these available. So is hatching racks. We got some PVC enclosures available. Hopefully I'll have some animals available soon. I do have a pastel scale is still available. I'll do a 60-day payment plan on that. And I'll give you a really good deal on it if you're interested. So send me a message on that. Until next time,